Round 1, begin. What's up, Fear fam and all your fearless shinobis? Don't lose to fear, and we have another amazing video here for you today. Guys, we have some very interesting confirmations from this Naruto Storm Connections offline demo, and I think that these things are going to be permanent changes in the game unless we get a patch down the road. Nice Hurricane Twist Jutsu. Now, we have Lightning Blade has been nerfed, okay? So it used to have insane tracking. It would even go around in a circle like in a 360 degrees and track you down and attack you. The tracking on it has been severely nerfed. That's probably going to stay. Now, characters like Obito have a second jutsu. His second jutsu is called Flash Double. It is basically his tilt from the past games. This is both good and bad news for Naruto fans because all the Naruto players that used to use Shisui and that are used to his tilt now get to still have that tilt and they don't have to change the character much. So if they loved it, they're in a good position, right? Because now they're going to keep having this amazing tilt that's a jutsu. The benefit is it's going to be chakra infused, meaning it'll have more priority than the tilt had. So it's better in many different ways. The way that it's not so good is that probably they could have came up with a better second jutsu for Shisui. The cool thing is he still has his Susanoo and it still does really well. Now, the interesting thing here is that when we look at Kakashi's jutsu, and how it's been nerfed, they're kind of cherry picking what is nerfed and what is buffed. So this is the truth about the game is that I think it looks like to me that they're randomly picking things to nerf and buff. And that's a very bad sign, right? It shows laziness. It shows a lack of real critical thinking and a lack of real balancing in the game. Ashura, right, in the white robes, is literally a clone of Obito. This is also bad news, right? It also shows a lack of care and attention that basically Ashura is a clone of Obito. If we look, his mobility is exactly the same almost, if not exactly the same. And even his costume is the same exact costume, except for Obito has a ripped sleeve. So if you're used to Obito, which many people didn't really like this Obito, they thought he was slow, they thought he was nerfed, they didn't really like him in Storm 4. A lot of people say he's one of the worst characters in Storm 4, only because he was a great character in Revolution, and he was one of the most looked forward to characters to use, but then in Storm 4 it didn't really pan out very well. People don't have a good positive feedback of him. So Ashura is actually going to be very similar, except for it looks like he has better range in his combos. The other thing about Obito that's really concerning is that his ultimate jutsu takes forever to come out. This Ten Tails hand, it is almost useless because it's like one of Sasuke's ultimate jutsu releases, right? Where it takes forever, but it's even worse because Sasuke's at least leaves a trap that you can walk back into. The Obito's is really slow, not that great, and it's not that fantastic. So with this Storm 2 Kakashi / Storm 3 Kakashi, Great Ninja War Kakashi, you're going to be wanting to use the Fireball Jutsu most likely. That will be the jutsu of choice since the Lightning Blade has been severely nerfed. It's kind of been taken off the table since it goes in a linear fashion in a straight line. So these are things that will most likely be permanent throughout the game's lifespan. Of course, through patches and these kinds of things can change. That Amaterasu Jutsu will be used a lot. It will definitely be something that people are doing and having as a go-to jutsu. I really don't think the Cutting Springs Jutsu was a good choice. It also shows a lack of care and laziness because this jutsu is not something that most people like that much. Some people liked it, of course, but I think that you could have easily put a better jutsu for Obito here than the wood jutsu that he has. The fire jutsu is amazing. It's very lore accurate from the anime. In Obito's awakening, he still has no awakening actions. We're about to see it here. The developers could easily still do this, and this is something I would recommend to them that I think they could enhance and benefit their game, is that if this character has no awakening actions and this character basically has no interesting or unique elements in his awakening except for maybe some speed and increases and power increases, they should be adding things like the double fireball that already exists in the Great War Toby or a masked Obito. That character has a double fireball awakening action and he has 2 awakening actions. So it would really, I think benefit the quality of life experience if characters like this could get a little bit of boost with awakening actions, or perhaps a little bit different jutsus or movesets to help with older characters, make them better, because characters like this Obito and many other characters in the roster, which is the majority of characters in the roster, will have the benefit of the new game mechanics, helping them enhance their overall utility and pick rate. But I think it'll be clear that a lot of them will not be given the love, care, and attention that I believe they deserve, and that fans of those characters would love to see when they play as their favorite anime characters.